Hey, what's going on, guys? How are you? I'm just gonna do the recap of the week. We're gonna cover some stuff. We're gonna talk about the NBA this week. I haven't mentioned it much. I've just been kind of skirting on it, not really talking too much about it. And that is because it's during the mid-season, there is some of the drama, there's some of the personalities, and there's some of the things that go on like that. But you really just don't know who's gonna be the big problems in the future. So, looking at Milwaukee Bucks slaughter in the Eastern Conference. All right, it's just one of those. They've been good, pretty good, the last couple of years. Up until then, they were absolutely bad. They were a very small team. They were fast. They could put up a little bit of points from the outside, but they did not have the ability to really get in there. And so now they have that, and they're showing that. They're good on the road. They're good at home. They did actually lose a game this last week, but hey, 8-2 for the last 10 is pretty good. Um, the Raptors are right there behind them, 44 and 18. Celtics 42 and 19. These are the teams. These three teams actually, Miami, Boston, and Toronto, are going to be the ones that you got to watch because they're going to stay consistent enough to be able to possibly. I'm not saying that they will. Knock somebody out of whatever rank they're in right now. So those are the 1, 2, 3, 4s for the Eastern Conference. Let's move down the Western Conference now. Lakers on top, surprising to me after all this time. The LA Clippers are supposed to be really good, right? They're supposed to be really good. But it's the egos, the personalities, and the things that go along with that stuff that make these teams either really good or just don't work. So, um, Nuggets and Rockets and Utah and Oklahoma City are all within like one game of each other as far as wins go and the percentages. I don't expect it'll be any different going into the final parts before the playoffs and when the playoffs actually start. I'm expecting to see, you know, I think when it comes down to it, it's the Nuggets do have a pretty good team overall. I don't know if they're going to be consistent enough to really be a big threat for the Clippers and the Lakers to do anything this year for the Western Conference. But again, crazier things have happened. What's interesting to me also is that Golden State, the bandwagon championship team of the last few years, is 14 and 49. 14 and 49. If you had come to your boss and you're like, "Hey, we're 14 and 49," you'd be fired. So, maybe they'll do some revamp. I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, that's the NBA right now in a small overview, and we'll talk about the college basketball real quick just to cover that stuff. I want to talk about the player props that are coming because I did get some more information regarding that. But Kansas on top, Gonzaga second, Dayton third, Baylor fourth, San Diego State still fifth. They're 29 and 1. Kentucky still cranking in there. I think their power rankings should be a little bit higher than this. Honestly, Kentucky should be above Dayton. I'm not gonna lie. Dayton is good, but they're just not Kentucky. Seton Hall. Here's one of the things that they just recently lost, but they were on a tear coming into this. They didn't. I don't know how many people actually follow the smaller programs or even know what or where Seton Hall may be, but they've always been pretty good, but never. It's taken them a while to get back to this level. So, some of the surprising ones that you would think would be better this time of the year or in better position this time of the year. It has a lot to do with conference, but Ohio State, Michigan State for sure. I really thought that they were going to do good this year. Villanova, for sure, thought they were going to do good this year. And Duke. Duke is 12th. All right, they're 24 and 6. They should be a really good team, but again, sometimes things don't work. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. All right, so that's college basketball. Looking at it, the bubble's almost here. We're going to be, well, it is basically in the bubble right now, but yeah, the actual first game doesn't start for another, I don't know, week, right? Let's talk about the player props. Player props are going to be released for us. This is what I was told by CS. CS said that, hey, this should be released by mid-March, and they're going to have a full listing. You get to decide whether or not you want to offer it. There is going to be an extra charge on it. I haven't actually been able to see that much of anything. I've only been able to see what I've seen player props look like on post ups. So, regarding what they're going to be releasing, I don't know. I hope it's good, and I hope that it does not have any issues and stuff that they've with the live wagering that was recently. There's been some open wagers that were left there, and I'm not. I'm pretty close with my players. Okay, like most of my guys I know at least or have known for a while, and whenever there's issues or open wagers or misgrades or any of that kind of stuff, they know the deal that like, yes, I'll honor it if it's completely blatant that it's, an error that should have been correct, right? Like a bad line, for example, I'm not gonna honor that. Like why would I honor something that is obviously a bad line that somebody took advantage of? It's not going to happen. So, and they know that. They know that. So they don't usually come at me with that kind of stuff. But when it is something that is, a little questionable or whatever, I'll honor it because whatever. I've known these guys for a while. I'm not gonna chase off business just because of a few bucks. So again, looking forward to it. Hope it's good. Um, and we'll be around next week. Hope you guys have a great weekend and the numbers and everything are in your favor. Like, subscribe, check us out. Make sure you check back. It is a weekly thing, and I'm going to be here. Hey, what's going on, guys? How are you? I'm just going to do